What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Matt Get the Hands back to you with another banger. And as you can tell, man, the quarantine has got the best of us. Yes, I'm still pushing out quarantine haircuts. I recorded this probably a month ago, guys. That's how many videos I have in the chamber right now for y'all. But as you can tell, man, look at that neckline is almost connected to the beard line. The edge up's almost connected to the eyebrows. We're gonna put my boy in the game. We're gonna lace him up. Right now I'm just combing out the hair, getting those knots out. That way I can create my my foundation to start cutting the hair. We want to get all those knots out. Get like a fine-tooth comb or maybe a pick. And then right now I'm taking a number 2 guard and I'm going with the grain because I want to keep the top a little bit darker, and we're gonna kind of drop it towards the back area. This is a long-time friend and client of mine for a good 7 years. As soon as I moved down here, he found me in the barbershop, and ever since then, he's been rocking with me, him and his son. I've seen his son grow up. He's a beast at football, and as a matter of fact, this guy right here, Bryan, he played for the Florida Gators back in 08, actually won a championship with them as well. He coaches now football, but I mean, I could just see his genetics and his talent went to his son. So right here, I went ahead and already started the first guideline, and like I said, I want to kind of drop it towards the back. So after I created my first guideline, I put the lever in the middle, and then I raised it all the way up. That way I could blend that panel out, whatever the trimmer left behind. And I'm using my wall cordless seniors to do this fade. I have that 245 power clip on there. I have the Stay Gifted clipper lid on there, and I also have the 245 Eco battery in there in the actual clipper itself as well. So after that panel, I take my 1 guard all the way open, and I'm going up about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come with the grain around that darkness to kind of blend whatever the one left behind. So right now, after I put the lever all the way up, I put it in the middle and then close it. And that's gonna leave like a faint line at the bottom right below that darkness. And so right here, I take my 1.5 guard, and it's just a habit. I always start with the lever open. If I feel I can cut more, I'll go ahead and close the lever, but that just gives me like a safety point. That way I don't cut too much hair off. But you can tell, like, going with the grain, guys, it also takes effect with the blend. You lay those hairs down, the hairs that want to curl up or that are more tighter than others, because he hasn't had a haircut in such a long time. So we got to make sure we brush it and comb it and go with the grain and across the grain and against the grain to get this fade to where we want it. So I'm cutting in all different types of angles and directions because I want to feed that hair into the guard. So right here I took my 1 guard, and now I'm blending back down from whatever the 1.5 left behind, and you can tell that blend is coming together. Those tight curls are already cut down, and you can see that contrast is just going to be right from light, medium to dark. And I'm still working my 1 guard because even though you may not see it up close, this is something that I see in person. So that's why I keep going back to those areas to remove those dark spots. Whatever that panel is left right there, wherever I'm knocking the 1 out with, now I'm going to take my 1/2 guard as so, lever all the way open, and I'm kind of, because the hair is so tight to the scalp, I'm kind of just wanting to feed that hair into that guard, so I'm kind of applying a little more pressure than usual, but I'm just making sure that hair is going into that guard. So I start with the lever open, then I'll put it in the middle right here, and now I'm really trying to work that line out. After I put it in the middle, then I'll close it, and then you may find yourself doing no guard, lever open, working the corners of your blade to remove dark spots. But typically the 1/2 guard is going to bring the blend together, and you may see that I'm kind of going into whatever the 1 left behind up top, or the 1.5 rather. But it's okay, because if you want a blurry blend, if you want a blurry fade, you have to stack your guards. You have to stack your levels of hair, right? That's what a blend is. A blend is everything on top of each other. So it's okay to bleed those in to get into one another as far as the guidelines. But that blend is coming together, guys. Right now I still have the half guard on
Houston,
it.
We have a problem.
And this is just, I don't know, I'm a professionalism, and I like my fades to come out right. I like for them to come out with dope contrast, light, medium to dark. So I always detail. Even after the haircut is done, guys, like I just go back and take the extra time to detail a blend, and clients love that. Clients actually notice that. So what I'm doing right here is I'm connecting the back to the sides because I want it to dip a little bit. So I'm doing the same steps, guys, as I did on the side. This area is a little more coarse, so you may find yourself cutting in this area a little more time because it is more coarse, more dense. So it tends to be a little more darker. So you may find yourself spending more time in this area, or even cutting with a lower guard to blend everything together, to give it the illusion that the blend in the back belongs to the blend on the side, if that makes any sense. Because right around the occipital area, there's a dip, right? So you're gonna have to stretch that skin with the opposite hand to cut that area down, so it doesn't look like weight. So again, I'm going with the grain and against the grain to get those dark areas out.
Houston, we have a problem.
And I'm just working that one guard, softening up that area. Then I'm gonna come back with my half guard and we're gonna bring that blend together.
Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Alright, so what you do to one side is do to the other guys. You already know that. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and start the front hairline. I apologize for the lighting right now. I didn't realize this. The light off of the Shannon shirt just made it too bright. But it's okay. We're gonna knock down the hairs on the front hairline, about a 1 midway open, and we're gonna go ahead and put that line up on
Houston,
this
we have a problem.
haircut and bring this haircut to life. We're gonna hook up the beard. Right now I'm just blending in the beard, and I'm cutting with the grain down with the number 1 guard open because I want to soften up that area and kind of blend it into the bottom. So I'm going with the grain, and then I'll take a higher guard and go against the grain right where it's dark at. Then right here I just turn the clip around, went against the grain with the wand to soften up that area to blend it. Don't worry about the neck hair, guys. We're gonna knock that off. Right now that's irrelevant. I went ahead and did the fade, and then I'll knock that off once I'm, cleaning everything up. All right, so right here I'm going with the grain with a 2 guard. And against the grain. And he doesn't like his beard to connect to his mustache area. I've always debated with him
Houston,
with keeping it full, but he likes just for it to get cut off and his mustache be separated from his beard. So right here we're going to keep that beard line as full as possible with the cordless wall detailers, and then we're going to disconnect it from the mustache and just favor that corner and just curve it all the way up. As so. Turn the trimmer around, make sure you get a closer cut.
Houston,
and normally he likes it a lot lower than this, but we compromised and I said, all right, man, since your beard grew out, you were in quarantine for almost 3 months. Your beard grew out, it's connected. He said he still wants to disconnect it from the mustache. So I said, all right, well then let's go as high as possible then. Let's keep it kind of full. So y'all comment below and let me know, would you keep the mustache connected to the beard? Do you recommend that to him, or is it straight like this? Comment below. And if you're a Gator fan, throw that Gator emoji in there. Same thing on this side. We're gonna line that back of the beard up using my cordless wall detailers. You don't want to spend too much time in this area, man. Put that line on there and then shape up the beard. Right here I'm just showing you guys that I created a photo album with some of my clients in there. I just pick and chose like the haircuts that I wanted in there. So if you're not in there and you're watching this as my clients, man, I'm sorry, but I pick and chose the haircuts that I wanted in there. And next time you come for a haircut, let me ask me if you're in that album. Sometimes I forget to let my clients know that I have an album, and that's just to kind of show people, instead of showing them that ugly chart of haircuts back in the day, I'm showing them my haircuts that I've done on my clients, and if I can get an idea with that, then I can always,
Houston, we have a problem.
I can always provide that service to my clients. So right here, like I said, he likes to disconnect that mustache from the beard. He likes to line it up super sharp, real dark, not too skinny, not too thin. Square it off at the lip, the corners of the lips. I think he gets complimented more on his mustache than anything else. His beard, his haircut, like, he's always telling me, bro, like, every time people see my mustache, they're like, yo, that thing is crispy. Lining him up. And then we are gonna add some color enhancement to the lineup, to the beard, a little bit to the haircut. But guys, don't knock it. It's color enhancement. I'm not fixing anything. The haircut is dope. You've seen the hairline. You've seen the beard lineup. We are enhancing the haircut. We are enhancing that price. We are enhancing our creativity. We are enhancing our clients, guys. Like, clients ask for this. The cut is already dope without it. This is the finished product, guys. Brought him back to life. 3 months of quarantine. He said it himself. He's not letting that happen again. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, and as always, Team Gifted, stay gifted.